Hello, friends. Pamela here with Passionate About Scrapbooking, your Stampin' Up demonstrator in the Texas Hill Country in Fredericksburg, Texas. Welcome to a special Thursday treat video featuring the latest paper pumpkin kit. This is the June 25 Full of Charm paper pumpkin kit. And I wanted to do an alternative card for you today using some of the pieces I have left over from my kit, along with the coordinating designer series paper called Floral Charm. There's a whole suite of products with this designer series paper, and it coordinates beautifully with this Full of Charm paper pumpkin kit. And I wanted to highlight as well the Paper Pumpkin Creatives Design Team June 2025 Full of Charm exclusives. So this tutorial bundle is packed full of beautiful projects, as you can see. There's actually a total of 14 projects in here created by the Paper Pumpkin Creatives Design Team. So each month, once we get our Paper Pumpkin kits in, the design team will create alternative projects. We have demonstrators that do scrapbook pages, single pages, double pages, just alternative cards, fun folds, little mini albums, boxes, 3D projects, all kinds of wonderful, neat things that you can do with your paper pumpkin kit each month. So the way that you get your paper pumpkin tutorial bundle PDF is when you subscribe through me or one of the demonstrators that are a part of the design team, you will receive this on the first of the following month. So this was the June kit. So this went out to my subscribers on July 1st. And you can also purchase the PDF for just $15. So all that information will be down in the description. If you need to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin or you want to just purchase the PDF, I will have those links in the description. So super excited to share this with my subscribers every month. And it's such a treat and a fun way to use your Paper Pumpkin kit a little bit differently. So let me open this up and share with you some of the bits and pieces that I have left over. Now, I will also share in the description a link to the refill for the Full of Charm paper pumpkin kit. The actual kit is not available any longer, but the refill is. So the refill will include all the bits and pieces minus the ink spot and the stamp set. So if you already have the kit, you can purchase more of the card bases and all the goodies that go with it so that you can continue to create more. So you can create these cards this month. You get three designs that you can create for a total of 9 cards, and it includes instructions in here on how to create those cards exactly as they are. However, I am going to do something a little bit different. So I'm using bits and pieces of the kit, and it will also come some adhesive. So there's some tear and tape along with some dimensionals and glue dots. So you don't even have to have any of this stuff on hand. Your kit will come with it. When you first subscribe to the subscription, you will also receive a paper pumpkin block in your first kit, but then following kits, you won't get a block. You'll just get that on your very first order. And then you'll get in every kit for Paper Pumpkin, you'll get an exclusive stamp set. So this is the one for June, Full of Charm. And you'll see there's some neat foliage and then some wonderful messages that work with so many different occasions. So we'll be using that today. I'll set that over there. You'll get a little Stampin' Spot. It's different each month. So Pretty Peacock is the one for this month. Now, I have chosen for my project, I've already done most of my stamping, so I've chosen to use the color combination featured here the Pretty Peacock, Timid Tiger, and Mossy Meadow. And I just pulled my full-size ink pads. But you'll get bits and pieces, like these are punch outs that you'll just punch from the sheets that are included. There are some little punch die shapes, all kinds of neat. This one was super intricate. I haven't even used any of these yet, but this actually goes over top of this piece that I'm going to be using today. This is was on a full card base, and you would just line it up to fit over top of this if you were doing your card as per the instructions. But I'm only going to be using this portion right here, and I've actually fussy cut it out. So lots of bits and pieces. You'll get the 9 card bases. These were the card bases. I have one of each here to show, and I cut them apart and do all kinds of things with them. So I have a full 12 by 12 scrapbook page in the PDF, the tutorial bundle. So I'm going to do a card today that is inspired by my scrapbook page that I made. All right, so let's get busy. I'm going to move some things out of the way so we can create our card and show you how fun this kit is. Before I do that, let me just share this designer series paper with you. It is absolutely gorgeous. Again, it has a full suite of products with it, some ribbon, embellishments. I think maybe it's just the ribbon, and then a stamp set and dies as well. I do not have those, but let me just flip those over you so you can see those tone on tone papers. I'll be using this one right here, using the new Timid Tiger. All right, there's my stamp set. I'm going to do a standard size card base. This is a 5.5 by 8.5 Timid Tiger cardstock. So we'll just fold that in half, and I'll grab my foam folder to crease that. All right, and I've taken a piece of that pretty designer series paper. This would be so pretty too, wouldn't it? But I'm going to do a tone on tone, kind of look at the design and see. It kind of looks to me like maybe that's the proper way. Now this one I cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/4, I believe. And I wanted just to rough the edges up. So I'm going to use the edge of my scissors and just go around the edge here. If you use your scissors closed, then you don't have to worry about dulling your scissors, your snips doing it this way. And this is just going to give the card a little texture. It's going to show a little bit of that white core from the designer series paper. So I have not decided what new in color is my favorite. I'm loving creating with all of them actually, but this Timid Tiger is very pretty. All right, so it's a little bit softer tone than the pumpkin pie. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the card front, and it's going to leave just like a 1/16 of an inch approximately all around the edge, like that. Okay, and then this piece I cut to go on the inside, so we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll be done with those cardstock pieces. This was cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4, and then I took a 3 4/4 inch by 4 inch piece, and I think I'm going to do just the top portion, similar to what I did for the front right here. Just rough it up a little bit. And then this one, I'm going to tear. So just tear toward me just about 1/8 of an inch off of here. And we'll adhere that. I don't know if I can, yeah, just so a little bit shows right there. So this was a 1 inch by 4 inch, and then I just tore off that about 1/8 of an inch probably. And then I can line this up down at the bottom right here. Pick that up so I can maneuver it. And then we can just adhere it right down here. Depending on what sentiment we end up using, I'll put that maybe on the inside, one that coordinates with it. Because you've got your Let's Celebrate You, so happy birthday would be great with that one. To a wonderful friend, miss you. You could do miss you on the outside, and to a wonderful friend on the inside. All right, so maybe we'll stamp something else in here in a minute. So I've taken this piece right here. Let me show you what I did. So this was from the card front right here, and I just fussy cut that piece out so that I could pop it up in here on the front somewhere. So let's grab our adhesive. That was some of the adhesive. Now, since I have my regular glue here, I won't be using probably the tear and tape, but you would use your tear and tape and your glue dots if you didn't have any other adhesive on hand. So I'm going to place some dimensionals around the card. Make sure you want some in the middle. Probably want to be like fairly generous with this since it's a pretty big piece. Now I will probably take like this one and cut it in half and put it right up in these little areas. There's one of those little glue dots that got stuck on there. You could do this one. You might want to do that one, but I think I'm good. All right, so just take those backings off of everything. I've already stamped and fussy cut out some of the images from the stamp set. So I think I got all those done. All right, so I think I want to adhere it somewhere about right here. Before I do that, I think I did want to take some of these, they're little kind of diamond shapes, and I thought I would just stick them in the background here, and we'll see maybe a little bit will show through. Doesn't matter if they overlap, but I want them about the center. So I'm close to the edge here, and then we'll position that again so that you can see some of that. I just want to make sure that, there we go. If we go over the card just a teeny bit, it'll still fit into your envelope. All right, so here are the pieces that I stamped and cut in the three colors, which are Timid Tiger, Mossy Meadow, and Pretty Peacock. Now, this one, I did a fun technique where I stamped the image in Timid Tiger, stamped off once, and then I used a sponge dauber, got some ink from my Timid Tiger, and added it to random areas of the stamp. And then I stamped it so I got kind of a two-tone effect. Okay, so that's a fun little technique you can do to kind of upgrade your image or your project. So now I just want to figure out kind of where I want to put this, where it's going to fit. I'll probably snip off this so that I can get it down in here a little bit further maybe, because I do want it to stay within the confines of the card. And I cut two of each, so we'll have these up here and these down in this area somewhere. So we kind of have a diagonal. Okay, so it comes together pretty quickly once you've done your stamping. Might do that over here. All right, so I am going to go ahead and adhere that down first. And this one, I think I'm going to put it in the back. So I'm going to put some glue on here too. And I want it to be kind of away from green right there. And this can get tucked down in there. If I need to cut some off, I will. I might cut off a little bit more. There will probably be better going like this. And then this one can come right out of here. We'll end up kind of creating a triangle effect, especially of this pretty peacock up there and then down here. We have a little bit more room to work with down here, so I think I like the leaves, the green leaves underneath. So we'll come out a little bit more with these down here. Again, kind of away from that. This is Mossy Meadow, and this is more of a old olive look. And then I think I can go ahead and just snip off that again. And then we'll tuck it up right down in here, showing a little bit more of it. There we go. And then I'm going to do that one right in here, I think. All right. One of the other items that are in that Floral Charm collection of products is this beautiful braided ribbon. So I have taken a length of the ribbon and pulled it apart. All you have to do is just pull it right down like that. And you just work down until it's unbraided. And then you get all these individual pieces of twine, jute, whatever you want to call it. So I've taken three pieces and I'm going to tie a little bow, right? And just kind of maneuver it so that you have, I think I want my bows just a tiny bit smaller, and then we'll probably cut off just a smidge over here so they're similar in length. And we're going to adhere that somewhere, but next we need to decide on our stamp. I want to do Let's Celebrate You. I think that's a good one. And you could do thank you as well, but this one I think will fit on there just fine. And we will stamp it in the Pretty Peacock, which would come in your stamping spot. I'm just going to use my classic stamping pad and center that on this piece that comes out of the kit, just like that. And then I want to decide, I want to put it kind of somewhere around there. So we do have the glue dots, which is great. So maybe take a couple of those and put them on the back of this piece. I like to put a couple sometimes, as long as they're not going to really show. Okay, now these have the backing. We've got to peel those off next. Trying just to peel off the backing and not the actual glue dot. So use up those, even if you have like a package of your glue dots, like this is a great option. I'm going to put it, I think, about right there, and I want to kind of spread out. You could even get it to where these are all out like that. So kind of do a little maneuvering, maybe with your, and then here we can adhere that right over top of that. So I think I'll just put dimensional on either side, this ribbon right there. And then I can adhere this right there and then pull out some of that again, a little bit more. If you want to make your bow a little bit bigger, I love this braided ribbon and doing it like this. Just gives it a little bit more organic feel. And then your kit will also come with some self-adhesive gold sequins. And let's see where we want to put a few of these. There's medium or large and small. And just put them wherever they're pleasing to your eye. I'm looking at like a triangle formation here, and then how about up in here somewhere? I think I'm going to put it way up here, and you can even kind of tuck it underneath there a little bit if you want. I might, let me see, I think I've got the glue on there. And if you want to put some more, feel free to do so. All right, so there is our alternative card. Let's see if I do Let's Celebrate You, and then I just do a happy birthday too. We might as well add an additional stamp in there. We have them, we might as well use them. And again, I'll just use the Pretty Peacock. You could do it down here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Could put it right in the middle, but just as simple as that. All right, so I wanted to remind you no, hold please. Okay, so I wanted to remind you about the Paper Pumpkin Creatives PDF tutorial bundle. It includes a total of 14. You'll see 12 pictured here on the front, but there are 14 projects ranging from scrapbook pages to scrapbook layouts to card ideas, fun fold cards, and 3D projects. You can earn this for free when you become a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine. If you want to join now, you will get the July 25 Paper Pumpkin kit. And I can give you a sneak peek real quick of the box because I have it ahead of time to create more alternative projects for Stampin' Up as an artisan. So those will be going live toward the end of July. You'll find them on the Paper Pumpkin Facebook page and Instagram page. But that's the kit that you will create, you will get if you subscribe today. If you're already a subscriber, then you can purchase the PDF for $15 if you're subscribed through another demonstrator. Yeah, you can get it for $15 and earn it for free. If you're a team member of mine, you will also get it for free each month, whether you're a subscriber or not. So if you have any questions, let me know. So here is our beautiful card, alternative card, using the Full of Charm 25 Paper Pumpkin Kit. Thanks for joining me today. And if you have any questions, be sure to check the description. And if the question isn't answered in there, please reach out to me, leave a comment, or email me at passionateaboutscrapbooking@gmail.com. So thanks again, everyone. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.